Hey guys, what's up? So a lot of kids ask me who are just going to college or just joining the college what to buy or what the essentials they need for going in a college. Now I can only talk about engineering colleges because I have an engineering background and it's not that long that since I've passed out, so I can tell you this very up to date. In my opinion, a lot of it is very subjective, but I'll tell you whatever it is whenever the time comes when the thing is a little subjective. So let's begin with the list. First of all, you would need a great mobile phone. Now, mobile phone is very subjective in my opinion. The thing is, everyone has a different kind of budget for these devices, but in my opinion, a decent smartphone would be for an Android phone that is 15 to 20,000. If the phones are not that decent, you can go up to 25 to 30k, but that still is a little subjective. But you can get a decent phone from the range of 15 to 25,000. Now, why I'm telling you this, not to go beyond or not to go below this range, the reason is you would need a little bit of performance since you would be taking a lot of pics for the assignments and maybe your friends and all. Maybe you are a very photographic person, so you take random pics of things, but the photos required for the assignments, my god, the amount of photographs I had to take during my engineering days, and I had to delete hundreds and hundreds of photographs whenever I used to come back home. It was very tedious. So yeah, a decent camera phone. uh, you can buy an Android phone. Please don't go for an iPhone, and there's a reason. And now I'm specifically telling you this for engineering courses. The reason for not buying iPhone is the amount of limitation it puts you as a user for those. I don't have any hate for iPhone. My family uses iPhone, so it's not a big deal for me. But I'm telling you this because first of all, there are a lot of features that iPhone boasts of that do not work in India, so I don't see any point of buying those right now. And in the colleges, the connectivity is the main thing. If you are not connected with people, it would cause a lot of problems. And apart from WhatsApp, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi Direct is a technology that is required upon, like, within peers. Like if you are sharing some document with someone and for some reason, let's take an example of a book. If some friend of mine had a books PDF. Now books PDF are not small. I'm talking 300 400 MB books. Now sending those over mobile data will be a bit expensive. And when you are on mobile data in the college, every MB counts. And I'm telling you this, it's such a, like, you will understand what budgeting is just from managing your mobile data in college. So it's such a funny thing, but I'm telling you, it's a very real thing. So what people do is, there's a file, there used to be an app called Share It. You must have heard it, or I don't know, if you are relatively younger, you must have not heard it. But you must know about an app called Google Files. Now Google Files helps you share files offline without data, using Wi-Fi. So it just connects the two phones using their own Wi-Fi. It creates a network and they just share the file on their own. So um, uh, sharing any big documents, and not even documents, I forgot the main thing. You would be sharing a lot of movies and videos with your friends for sometimes maybe a new TV show came out, or a new movie, or like whatever the rage right now is during the college years. So you would be sharing those. Now those are relatively bigger, either 1 GB, 1.5 GB, maybe even 2 GB. So sharing those over the social media apps is not possible. You won't be sharing a 1 GB or 2 GB movie on a WhatsApp group. You would be sharing it in person. So yeah, that helps. And Android is better equipped, at least in India, because not a lot of people use iPhone. If iPhone had been more prevalent in the masses, then it would have made sense, because airdrop is faster, I heard. But I think and that's on a different note. But I think Samsung has like caught up with them using QuickShare. But still, in my opinion, Android is the way to go for mobile phones in engineering courses. Now the second thing that would be required is a good college bag. Now that what I'm telling you is, ideally the college bag should be around 30 liters. And why I'm telling you this, because you can use this bag multi-purposely. You can use it when you are going to city from the college to buy something, or just taking stuff out. You can use it to carry your books and everything, and laptop. That's a plus point. You can use it to carry multiple things, and even you can use that same bag to travel to and from college and home. So In my experience, I have seen that 30 liters is more than sufficient. If you are someone who needs a little bit more, you can obviously go for it. And if you are very thrifty, but in my opinion, going less than 20 liters is not recommended. That's a little, that's a very small bag. So I think go for 30 liters. I think that would be more than enough. There is no particular brand of for bag. If you are asking what you should get, I don't think so. There's a particular brand of bag that is here. Just check it in the person if the bag is sturdy enough, and you can get it. There is no return of investment on those things. Like it depends on what type of wear you are having on the fabric of the bag. So yeah. Next is a water bottle. Water bottle. I think 1 liter water bottle is enough, in my opinion. What Why I'm telling you this? Most of the time, during my college days, most of the people didn't carry a water bottle in the class, so they frequently went to the water cooler station to quench their thirst. And a 1 liter water bottle is relatively easier to carry. Anything more than that would be a little heavier. Will be on a heavier side. You can obviously keep a more hefty bottle like 2.5 liters in your room, but carrying it everywhere is a little bit cumbersome. So, in my opinion, a 1 liter water bottle is more than sufficient and should work for you, in my opinion. Again, no recommendations on those. Like, get any water bottle, metallic, plastic, whatever. Like you want, just have a 1 liter water bottle in your bag. It would be more than enough. Now, the fourth thing is you will be surprised. It's a Bluetooth speaker. Get any Bluetooth speaker, but get a Bluetooth speaker. Why I am telling you this? See, there are two scenarios. Either you are in a single occupancy room in a hostel. Now, this is only for the hostlers, obviously not for the people who come from home. And this whole video is for hostlers. Most of this applies for all the students who are going to college, but uh, this particular point of the Bluetooth speaker is especially for hostlers. So why I'm telling you about this is because for single occupancy, it gets very silent and lonely at night. And lonely in the sense it gets too silent sometimes in the room. Imagine this: there's a third Saturday or fourth Saturday of the month, and you don't have to go to class. Now, everyone is in their room. If you are just tidying up your room during the weekends, I used to tidy up my room every Saturday. So if you are doing any chores or anything, you can just put a song on the speaker and you can just go with the flow. Being sitting there in a silent room is a little bit uncomfortable, in my opinion. Having a speaker relatively eases that process. I never knew that I would be needing it. My brother gave me the speaker, and just before going to college, I didn't even consider having a Bluetooth speaker, and he gave me, and I could not be thankful enough for him for giving me that. I told you the initial reason. Second reason could be because I would be watching a movie or something, so I would just connect it with the laptop and uh, just enjoy the movie or TV show. Any speaker would work. Some I can tell you the decent brands you can go for. Those Boat has a good selection now. In my college days, Boat didn't used to have a good selection, so we averted from Boat during those days, but it was early in the Boat's life at that time, so they didn't have good offerings, but now they do. So Boat is a good alternative. Logitech has great speakers. I had a Logitech speaker. It was relatively expensive, but it was a worth it like a expenditure on my end because I used it thoroughly during the 4 years. I would use to finish the battery during the weekends of the speaker, so I had to recharge it. So it was that important. When I used to come in between the classes also during the day, I would just turn on some music or any lecture or anything I would watch on the speaker. Like it was a really fun thing. So go for a Bluetooth speaker. So yeah, I was telling you the brand. Sorry, I just derailed from that. Boat, Logitech, JBL. Yeah, I think these are enough. Anything going beyond them, that's up to your budget. Again, it's a very subjective thing. You can buy whatever you want. Even if you have a great budget, I would suggest going for JBL and getting something mid-range. And I know audio products can go very high in price. So yeah, get whatever suits your budget. Now we are done with the Bluetooth speaker. Now the fifth thing is a laptop. Now so many parents and the kids have asked me about the laptop thing. Now this is such a subjective thing because this is such an important, I think this is if not the most important device that an engineer requires in his career during the college days. So I won't tell you the models because they keep on changing every week, so there is no point in doing that, but I can tell you what to look for in a decent laptop. And parents, if any parents are watching this video, you can use this video as a guide to what you to buy the kid the laptop that they would require in college. So I would suggest you look for a laptop that has a decent screen. Resolution doesn't matter, 1080p works. Going below it will hamper the experience, but it doesn't matter. Again, it all comes down to the budget, but nowadays 1080p is relatively easier to get. So looking for a 1080p screen. Battery life is important, and the second most important thing in my opinion after screen is graphics card. Now, why I'm telling you graphics card? Because the engineering softwares that we would be using in the college are relatively taxing. And taxing, I mean they won't run on hardware that is not powerful enough. So, getting a relatively, uh, not relatively, getting a laptop with a graphics card would be the way to go, in my opinion. And I think any graphic card would do, like whatever the current whatever the current series of nvidia graphic card is. So look like this: if the 4000 series is going right now, so the laptop with 4050 or 4050 ti or 4060, like these are decent enough, and these would come in a relatively budget entry level graphics card laptop. Going below it, since the market keeps on advancing, I can't comment on the current tech that's coming out in a few months. So, but yeah, look for a laptop with a graphics card. Do not buy a laptop with integrated graphics. They do not work for engineering students. We require usage of heavy engineering softwares, and it would simply not work. Get a wired mouse because it's the way to go, because I feel like wireless mouse, at least in budget and middle range, do not come in a relatively how do I say it, reliable format. They are much more expensive to manage because all the mouses after a while go bad. So wireless mouses are usually have a premium price tag attached to them, so getting a wired mouse would be the way to go. Get any Logitech wired mouse, any G series mouse. I think I used to use G102, I think, in my days. So use whatever Logitech mouse that you can get a wired one. It would be the way to go, in my opinion. And decent enough, the ideal range for a laptop to get in engineering college is around 1 lakhs. Anything near 1 lakhs is more than enough. Or if your budget is not 1 lakhs, because not everyone can buy a 1 lakh laptop, look for the laptop that has the graphics card in it. Your highest priority should be at that point should be that I at least get a laptop with a graphics card, because I know that laptops below 1 lakh don't offer much, but the technology is improving day by day, so the screens are decent enough at that price point. So only caveat that they are cutting on is the hardware, and get a laptop that has graphics card in it. Now the third thing to look for in a laptop, and I think this should be also seen upon, is the RAM. 16 GB RAM is now required. There used to be a time when 8 GB was enough, but Windows nowadays is so taxing. It has become so heavy that I think 8 GB RAM is no more a viable option. The original OS Windows doesn't run that smoothly on 8 GB, and the softwares that you would be using in at least in engineering courses are not that light. And you will be using that laptop for everything, doing studies, watching movies, completing your assignments, typing on it. So laptop is something that needs to be the most reliable and the robust piece of hardware that you would require in the college days. So invest in a good laptop, and if you're not able to, don't take it too hard. Get a laptop that has a decent graphic card in it and at least has the RAM that would be required. If for some reason you are getting a decent laptop, for example you are getting a laptop for 80,000 rupees in India, and it has all the specs you need apart from RAM, you only are getting 8 GB RAM, and everything apart from that is good. You are getting a 1 TB hard disk, there's a decent enough graphic card, decent enough screen, and battery life is also good. Then buy an aftermarket 8 GB RAM module and install the RAM yourself. Just look at any number of YouTube videos available for all the installation. And if you're not able to do it, get some computer shop to do it for you, because 16 GB is the new normal. Take my word, guys, it is the way to go for it. And I think that would be the way to go in the laptop, in the laptop case. So covering all the parts again: a decent enough screen, graphics card, good battery life, and wired mouse. And yeah, like uh, all the things, like just check these boxes and you are good to go for all the 4 years in the college. uh, Whatever model, I'm not commenting on any companies, like just look for the specs. One thing to note is, do not be loyal to any company, be loyal to the product. Not all companies are great, not all companies are bad, and not all companies make great products, not all companies make bad products. So look for the product. It doesn't matter which company is offering it. If the specs are good enough and if the reviews are good enough in the like community, do a little research, read blogs, Reddit, YouTube, whatever, like read the reviews and just go for it. That should be enough. If any parents are watching, I hope that solves your doubt, because I will be forwarding this video to all the people that usually ask me this. So I'm like making a video once and for all the doubts that people ask me. Now, another thing that is required in the course during engineering days is a scientific calculator. Now, this is a very debatable thing, because a lot of people use different, like not all people use a scientific calculator, but you would be requiring it. At least engineering requires using a scientific calculator. And I had a 991 ES. I think it was a great calculator. It had all the function and formulas that were required in the college. So yeah, scientific calculator would be required. And now this you can buy after consulting the fellows in the college, or any seniors, or whichever college you are going to. Ask the seniors whichever the ideal one the current generation is, and buy one. I used the same method. I asked whatever the current trending one was, got the best one that they had. It was not that expensive also, and college shops usually have a bit of discount on those hardware. So yeah, I got a decent enough discount on it, and that was it. Now, if you're a hostler, cloth hanger is a must. Plastic clothes hanger. Just search any Amazon website or Flipkart website and get any decent enough clothes hanger for hostlers. Now, this is a subjective thing for hostlers, but in my opinion, this is a must. Clothes hanger is required, so invest in that. Now, invest in really good shoes. Now, why I'm telling you this? Because I got a pair of bad shoes during the initial days of college. I got one from Bata. I'm not putting any shade on Bata. This is not any way of besmirching the company, but the shoes I got were not memory foam. And I will warn you, you will walk a lot during your college days, at least in engineering college, going from one class to another. And I think this is applicable in all the courses. You will be traveling from one class to another, from one building to another, coming from hostel to college, college to hostel. Like, you would be walking a lot. So investing in good quality shoes is very important. Now, again, no recommendation for any brands. This is very subjective, but invest in a good quality shoes that has a lot of memory foam or whatever, like bounciness in them. Like, they should be comfortable, light, and good enough that you can walk a lot in a day during your college days in the semester. And the last thing I would recommend is buying a good quality earphone. Now, earphones are very important in college. You would be requiring them to for your laptop, for your mobile phone. Uh, these are overall very much required. Like, earphones are the most important thing after laptop that you would be needing in, as a student in college. But now there's a lot of options. Get wireless if possible. Like, if it's in your budget, get wireless ones. But wired are also good enough. Now, the thing is, wired are more robust, reliable. They work for a long time. But there's a problem. Wired earphones get tangled, and they get caught up in things and just come off very furiously, and maybe take your device with them when they are falling on the ground. It happened with me a lot of times, so I went for TWSs, but I got a like a relatively cheaper TWS. Worked fantastic for me during my college days. Obviously, this is again very subjective. Whatever fits your budget, just get those. But this is something that you should keep in the list. So just uh, creating a final summary for all the things that are required. Mobile phone range will be from 15 to 25K, whatever fits your budget. Don't go below it, and going above it is upper near budget. Like there's no problem getting a more expensive one if your budget allows. Why not get a good phone? Getting a good quality bag. Now 30 liters is ideal one. You can go beyond it, you can go below it, but I would not suggest going below 20 liters because that's a little smaller bag on the side, and I think you would be using that, you would be requiring that space in my opinion. Water bottle 1 liter ideally. Bluetooth speaker, any company, both JBL, Logitech. Like I told, these three brands. Of course, there are a lot of brands. Check out the reviews of the product, and if they are good enough, go for it. Any budget will do. There is no particular thing to look for. Laptop I already talked a lot about, so just rewind in the video to hear what I'm talking about the laptop. Scientific calculator. Now this is something that every college has a different requirement for whatever the students are using. I had a 991 ES and 991 ES. Then this is a Casio calculator, I think. Yeah, it's a Casio calculator 991 ES, I think. If there are more letters, pardon me, because it's been a while since I have used the calculator. So I don't remember exactly, but I think that's the model. Clothes hanger for hostlers, this is required. So yeah, that would be a good thing to remember. And investing in good quality shoes, very important because you would be walking a lot. So getting good quality shoes and earphones. TWS if possible. If not, get wired ones. Again, no budget issues. Whatever fits your budget, get those. So yeah, that's it from my side, guys. Comment me if this video helped you in any way. Forward it to your siblings or any person that who is going to college, or any of the parents who kids are going to college for the first time in 2024 or whatever, because in some months college going kids will be requiring a lot of things like this. um, since I'm not talking any product, I'm not talking about any product specifically. I will try to put some links in the description of the video, but it will take a while. I'll probably make a list of all the products that are recommended in the description, but do check the description out again and again for all the products that I mentioned. Yeah, that's it from my side, guys. Just forward it to your friends and family if someone requires this video, and I would be using this myself because in a few months people will be asking me this again. That's, I think, the gist, and I think that's it. Take care and peace out, guys.